Episode 4, The End of the World in Media. All right. Don't laugh. It's a very serious production.
No,
Sure,
2020
very
makes me
serious.
laugh at everything. I'm allowed to laugh at everything. This year has been the worst / best.
I agree.
Yeah, very true. All right. And joining us today, we have, of course, Sunny.
What up?
All right. And today we have JB joining us to help talk about the apocalypse.
We're all gonna die. Hi.
Uh,
Okay, so give me 1 moment. Okay, so then, yeah, previously we were talking, well, actually, just before this, you were talking about The Walking Dead. So I guess we can just start off there.
It should have ended like 5 seasons back.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Well, the show should have ended 5 seasons back. The
Yeah.
comic was great. It ended perfectly.
I mean, it did that time jump, and I do kind of wish I saw a little bit more before that, but no,
Yeah.
it definitely ended better in my opinion. It ended in a good way. It ended in a good way. Sorry, there we go.
Goodish. 'Cause
Goodish.
now that I think about it, there's
'Cause, I
some
mean,
stuff that I wanted to know about a certain cat. Should we talk spoilers or no spoilers?
Up to you guys.
Spoilers.
All right. So Glenn's kid,
Mhm.
I forgot his name, Herschel Jr., whatever.
Right.
He had become a traveling circus guy, and his circus was basically zombies. And grown-up Carl killed Glenn's son's zombie, Walker, whatever.
Right.
And they were gonna have a trial. They wanted to indict Carl for something, I forget. I don't remember.
It's been a while since I actually read the whole thing, so like I'm trying to remember exactly what happened in the finale.
So basically, it's like a 20-year time jump or 30-year time jump. I think it was 30 years because Carl and Sophia got married. There was there were still zombies, but not in civilized society. People rode on horseback still. Michonne was like the chief justice.
Negan
Right.
is alive.
Yeah, I remember.
Negan's
Negan's
alive,
alive,
living by himself like a hermit.
Yeah.
One of Michonne's daughters is still alive, I think.
I'm trying to remember.
I think it was Elodie. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Yeah. So anyway, everybody's living a happily ever after except for Rick because he's dead.
Right, but Carl's like he's still mourning him, so even after all that time had passed. I
Yes.
do remember that. Yeah.
They built a statue in Rick's honor, and I think Glenn's son was kind of salty that everybody's all about Carl and what his father did, but there are no statues of Glenn around, and he's kind of a turd.
Yeah.
And his mother being the president, I believe.
Yes.
President of what?
She president of whatever nation they call themselves. I forget now, but they elected Maggie to be the
Wasn't it Alexandria? They just renamed it Alexandria? Wasn't
something
that
like that. I
Yeah.
think so. But Maggie bails little Herschel, now grown Herschel,
right?
out of every possible trouble that he gets into, and after Carl had killed his only source of income, that one zombie, he wanted Carl to go to prison, but Carl obviously did not want to go to prison because he wanted to protect his own child.
Right, exactly.
And there's so much, I don't know, there's so much that was just left unsaid from the point where Rick died
To 25 years later or so.
Yeah.
It was a huge jump. Yeah, that's why I wish they had like just done a few more books. But I feel like Kirkman really just he was like, I just want to end this. Like
I believe it.
Yeah, he was really like, I'm pretty much done. told every like you. There's only so many times I can go back to the well for this series, and yeah,
It started to get stale after a little while too.
yeah,
Like there are a few points where I was like, I'm gonna stop reading for a little bit.
yeah. It's, I mean, every writer gets to that point at some time, and they just like they either start another series or they're just like, yeah, I'm going to take a break.
Right.
Because I mean, I felt the same way when he was, which is funny because I love this series. Invincible. Like I love Invincible, but even like when he was just like, "I'm going to end it," I was like, "Why?" But then when I got to the end, I was like, "Okay, wait, no, I see. Like
It makes a
you are
lot of
pretty much
sense.
done." Yeah, But God, when he just announced like, "I'm done," I was like, I was shook. I was shooketh. But yeah, it's I mean, like I said, so many writers just don't know when to stop. Because they're like, no, I still have multiple stories to tell. It's like, no, you don't, you have five.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to zombies and zombie apocalypse things are severely overdone. Like the media is oversaturated with zombie media. Just
yeah.
Zombies or
everything has
zombie-like.
zombies for like the past 10 years or even more. It's been zombie this, zombie that. Call of Duty, all of a sudden there are zombies. And I'm like, this is a game about shooting people in a war.
Like in the past or in the future, and then it's like, oh, and now zombies. But I mean, the zombie feature is still fun. It's just that
It's a nice survival
It's
feature.
played
but
out.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's like now what we have to add it in. It kind of felt like it was tacked on originally, but no, I mean, I enjoy it, but I understand where you're coming from. It's zombies are literally all over the place, and it's not necessary. Like,
Right.
you guys can chill out. I still love my zombies because like, if you want to talk about like other media, like movies, I recently watched Zombieland Double Tap, and I was like, "Oh my god, you guys came back to this!" And I found the movie hilarious. But it's still like, okay, your story is still very similar to other things I've seen before. Like, oh, Sanctuary, people being stupid, like even in the midst of an apocalypse, which considering how this year has been, I feel bad for any writer I felt was like, why would you write a character like that? Nobody's that stupid. I am so sorry.
Reality has proven you wrong.
And I was like, oh, there are so many stupid people. Like, there are too many stupid people. Oh my god. Yeah. So so like, if anything, this year has taught me that, hey, they knew what they were talking about. But yeah, but yeah, like the zombie apocalypse, I feel like too many people almost want it to happen just because I feel like they want to just be able to kill indiscriminately, and that's what the appeal is. And I'm
Possibly.
like, a
lot of people think that they'll survive for years in a zombie apocalypse, and to be honest,
They're too stupid
a
to
zombie
survive.
apocalypse. That too. A zombie apocalypse wouldn't last very long because they're decaying bodies.
Exactly. And also, you wouldn't survive the initial wave because more than likely you live in a major city, and that's one of the most populated areas that would be affected, and you will be among their number. So know that. Like,
but then again, everybody's seen a zombie movie, so we would know what to do.
No,
so,
we went. No, we would not. No,
Stop
we
that
would not.
right now.
Nope. Here's the thing. It just needs to affect one homeless person, and nobody would take notice. No one.
It's true.
Seriously.
Look, in every zombie movie, even they're like, some homeless guy tried to bite me, but
exactly,
it's whatever. Even in the first Zombieland movie, that Amber Heard.
Yep.
She was like, a homeless guy tried to bite me.
Can I stay with you? And it's like, no. No, so you take that right back.
but there was a YouTube video that was talking about how the zombie apocalypse could never happen, and one of the points that they made was that you could honestly just shove a zombie over because they don't have like the thought process to actually course correct themselves.
They have motor functions though.
Here's the thing: it's never about one zombie; it's the number of zombies that's always the problem. So yes, you could push one zombie over, and then one of the zombies who fell over will grab you and bite your ankle. And then you're done. And guess what? Now you're a zombie, and then it just keeps going. That's the horror of the zombie, and that's why people both like and hate it. But I mean, you can have fast zombies. You can have. I mean, I never believed in the myth of the fast zombie. It's like no. I guess it more depends on how fast you're turned and how fresh your body is. Like,
Yes.
Right.
so it's like over time you'll eventually become a slow zombie, but it's always that initial wave that you should worry about.
And that's what's gonna kill most people. If this were an actual thing, that's what would get most people. The
Yeah.
first wave would be a bunch of fresh corpses running around, munching on people. People like, oh snap,
Yeah, and it's like,
Sean just got up and bit me,
oh,
and he
and then-
turns and bites Marsha, and then Marsha gets up and bites Jason or something, and
so on and so on. Yeah, it's just a domino effect, and it's like that's what we keep seeing. And the thing is, everybody's like, "Oh, I survived a zombie attack." It's like, how many people own guns? And like,
you know, ain't no people here own any guns, and so everybody who's talking about, I'm gonna be so excited, I'm ready for a zombie apocalypse. I got my arrows and bows. I got a crossbow ready for all them things because crossbows are silent.
Mhm.
Guess what? Crossbows ain't silent.
Crossbows ain't silent, and also you need to. It's a very finite amount of ammo.
Yeah,
Also, if you
have
want
to
to
practice
retrieve it,
those.
good luck.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Like, also,
Oh, but Ellie from The Last of Us can do that, and she's like 90 pounds soaking wet.
let's just not talk about that.
I'm sure. I'm
Let's
sure you
not.
wouldn't want to.
I mean, we still gotta talk about we don't have to talk about The Last of Us, but you know,
Okay, actually,
it is.
open and shut. They're
Yeah.
not dead. They're infected. So you could like shoot them in the chest and they'll die. And it's like so they're easier, but you're still completely fucked.
I mean, it depends on how, like, because they're mutated. So it depends on what exactly, like, are their internal organs still the same, or was that changed as well? Is it protected? Like, that type of thing.
Mhm.
Because we don't know, like, the internal workings of the clickers. Like, we don't really know.
Aren't they taken over by that one fungus that like makes
Yes. Yeah.
cordyceps or something?
I can't remember its name, but yes, I mean, the fact that it's based on a real plant, like it's based on a real fungus, it scared me more than anything else.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
those stories.
But but the thing is, what's different between that and regular zombies is that when a person is a zombie, they're dead, and you know they're dead. But with Last of Us, they are alive. If there is a cure, it's possible to actually turn someone back, and they can actually like maybe even remember. Like it would be like a pretty serious moment if someone actually got turned back and could recall everything. Like it's a missed opportunity that they are like sitting on.
There was a movie where zombies were cured, and then they had to go into treatment, like psychiatric treatment, because of all the things that they did while being a zombie.
Dude, that's dramatic.
And
I
here's the
think
thing.
I think I know that movie.
It's like, I wish I could remember the
Warm
title.
Bodies?
No, Warm Bodies was more of a romantic comedy.
That
No,
was
this-
Romeo and
yes.
Juliet.
Yeah, that was Romeo and Juliet with
What was
zombies.
zombies?
Yeah, but no, this one was really messed up because it was like you had people who were zombies who remembered being zombies, remembered all the horrible things they did, was talking to a psychiatrist, but then you had society who was like, I still don't trust them because it's like, who's to say that the treatment will continue to work? What will make them not go back? Like that was the other question too, and it was
That sounds awesome.
yeah, I need to remember the title. I swear to God, once I remember it, I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link with the title or the trailer. But I heard it and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy," because it's a real question. Like, if we had zombies and then it's like, "Oh, we cured them," it's like, "Yeah, how long does a cure last? Are you sure it will last? Are you sure it's not just a vaccine?" That type of thing. It was
Fair
really,
question. Those are fair questions.
yeah, it was really cool. So yeah. Sorry, what was you were saying something else and I kind of interrupted with that. I'm sorry about that.
All right.
Bro.
Oh, because I was well, two things. Because I thought you were talking about Warm Bodies, because those zombies turned back too,
True.
and it was less horrifying. More shit.
Yeah.
I hate people.
Yeah, I hate people. I liked it.
Oh no,
There
no.
were two types of zombies in that movie.
Yes,
though.
yeah,
They were like
Yeah.
step one, and then the kind that you just can't come back from.
Yeah.
I
That
forget
eats everything.
they gave them titles, and I got it's,
Zombie?
It's
Yeah,
been
the
so long
zombies.
since I watched it.
Yeah, like I guess for simplicity, like there were the zombies and then there were the corpses,
Yeah, pretty much.
and the corpses like they were gone. It was like they were just eating people and that was it.
Yeah.
The zombies they could come back, and it was and you can actually see that there was some level of like trying to like reacclimate into society. Like Rob Cordray was trying to like use an umbrella, but he could barely do it because his hand was working again.
Yeah.
And he had to like figure that out. But then he was immediately flirting with a girl, so I guess he'll be fine.
I mean, Jesus.
It's Rob Cordray. What do you expect?
I mean, here's the thing. It's like that movie was fun. I'm not gonna lie, but it was still messed up because even the main character, I think his name was R. It was just R,
Yeah.
right? And he like even though like he was like I'm feeling again. It was after he ate someone. He had to eat
His new girlfriend's now ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, right. And it's
He
like
still remember everything that guy did.
that. I thought that was so messed up. But yeah, like even in that scenario, it's like, oh, this is supposed to be heartwarming. It's like he ate a person's brain. Oh yeah, we forgot about that. Okay,
Yep. Yep.
but yeah, it's like, but zombies, let's be honest, zombies aren't going anywhere. They're too popular. I just wish they would
True.
tone it down a little bit.
Or
Maybe
Do
at
something
least-
new.
It's like taking a new direction.
How about the machine apocalypse? Let's go into that. Like machine apocalypse.
Terminator.
Good old
Terminator. Because Terminator is not a franchise that's been put in the ground or anything like that.
Oh my god.
They put it no. They put it in the ground. Then they brought it back. Did it again. They brought it back again. And did it again. And
like a
then they rebooted it. Now, because now it's not Skynet, it's Legion, and it's different. But it's
That's
like a back in time.
Skynet.
And it's like a kill person. There's another person back in time. It's not that person. And it's like you did
It's
the
the
same
same
fucking
thing.
thing again.
It's the same thing. It's the same
fucking
thing.
thing again.
What do we
Wait.
need in Skynet with a different name? That's it.
Didn't the continuity change in some way because
They changed the continuity
John-
twice.
John Connor went back as a Terminator?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's like apparently it was divergent timelines, but it doesn't matter because it's all like it's literally like okay, in one what was it? The original ending was just part 2, right? That was supposed to be the ending.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we have like how many films after that? Like
Terminator 3, Salvation.
oh, the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Chronicles.
That's another timeline. This new one that came out, I really hated this new one. I'm sorry.
Which
What's
one was
weird-
that? Genesis or the
Genesis.
one after?
No, not Genesis. What was the last one that came out? It was
I can't remember the name.
uh
Because Genesis had Daenerys and Jai Courtney in it.
that's the one that had that's the one that had John Connor come back as a Terminator.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
But
No, I'm talking
one
Dark
after
Fate.
it.
Dark Fate.
That's
Right.
it.
The last one. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
They keep having to bring back they keep bringing back Schwarzenegger and trying to explain why this
he's
robot
there.
man is so old.
It's I mean, listen, it makes sense. It's fine. It's like he has normal human skin that ages. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but you don't have to keep bringing back Schwarzenegger. Like you have already established that there are multiple different models of Terminators.
Right.
You don't have to do it. Yes, he's supposed to be the face of the franchise, but at the same time, it's like you had one concrete story. If you want to, you could simply say, "Oh, this is a different timeline, and it went this way." The problem is they keep trying to connect it to the main original first 2 films, and it's like by
It's
doing that,
unnecessary.
it's very unnecessary, and by doing that, you're kind of ruining the original films. Like,
And
it's-
if you think about it this way, if you have a bunch of machines, who the heck would send back an obsolete machine
right?
to do anything? I understand that they captured a T800 and
Mhm.
reprogrammed it, but
That was one of how
that
many.
was one. Now capture some other ones and send those back. The T1000 is pretty much like
It's the standard model. It's
Or
the
better yet, Skynet doing that. Why don't you send multiple robots back in time?
I think they acknowledged that at some point, and they were like, "Oh, it's not capable of doing that because it uses too much power or some BS like that." And I'm like, "No,
that's dumb.
that's dumb. That's very dumb." I thought that the funniest thing that I liked was part 3 when they sent back the female Terminator. in Rise of the Machines, the updated model that was like, all right, I can't go after John Connor. Instead, I'll go after his generals. And I was like, that's smart. I like that because
Okay.
it's a good strategy because it's like, oh, I can go back in time. I have time travel. First of all, I don't like every time I try to go after John Connor, somebody intervenes. Somehow fate intervenes and he survives. Fine. They ain't protecting all these other people. And I was like, that's probably the smartest one. And then even in part 3, they said that the Judgment Day is inevitable, meaning
Right.
that no matter what we do, we can't stop it. We can delay it, but we can't stop it. And I was like, okay, I kind of like that because it's like you kind of need it to happen for any of this to happen in the first place. Because
And yet it's weird when in Dark Fate, a Terminator just shows up while John's still a kid, shoots him in the chest, done deal. And that's it.
Wait,
that
literally
happened?
walked away.
That's what happened.
He walked away. He walked away. He
They're
shot
on
him on the
vacation.
beach. He
They're
shot
on
him on the
vacation.
beach, and then he walked away. And I was just like, "Are you serious?" Like,
That's it. That's humanity's savior. Dead quick. But now this new Terminator is, which is a so-called Terminator. I don't know. It's the same. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still a Terminator, but it's like it's not. Yeah, it's like an offshoot of the T-1000. It has the ability to like
Shadow clones.
but it still has an exoskeleton that can operate on its own, which I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool. Like of all the Terminators, that one was probably my favorite next to the T-1000. Because it was such a cool idea. It's like, yeah, I have the abilities of both. So
But then the future people sent this other lady back in time, but she's a cyborg, but she needs drugs to keep operating. And yeah.
Humanity basically
Like
became
drug?
Terminators. No, like they became Terminators. They're half machine. So in order to fight the machines, they became the enemy pretty much. And I was like, wait,
Doesn't that defeat the point? The purpose?
exactly. I made that argument in the theater. I was yelling at the screen like that makes no sense.
Oh yeah. Here's the big difference. So they go and they try to save this female, but it just turns out the female is not the mother of the savior. She is the savior.
Yeah, they were trying to do this whole message of like you don't like it's not a matter of you being the mother of the savior. It's the fact that she's a female, she can be the savior herself. But here's the thing: you killed John Connor to deliver the same message.
Basically.
And it was like, wait, so instead of saying like anybody can be the savior, I was like, no, we killed John Connor, only now you're the savior of humanity. Like you will be it. And I was like, then why'd you kill John Connor? Like if that's the case, if the title is just going to change hands, then why kill John Connor? And in such a stupid way, I'm going to kill John Connor. Pfft, I killed John Connor. Now I'm going to get married. Like what the
Wait, really?
That is what happened.
Oh yeah. Okay, because Jimmy, well, have you ever actually thought about what would happen if the Terminator killed John Connor, completed his mission?
Yeah, he has nothing to do now. So he just went and he found a woman. She was in trouble. He saved her. She fell for him and they got married. And they spent how many years was it?
I don't know.
20 years together. And they kept going like, how does she not find out you're a machine?
With the way he speaks, the cadence of how he speaks, really, how can you not tell that this is your man is a cyborg robot man?
They explained it, but I laughed so hard I don't even remember what it was. I just remember like tears were streaming down my eyes when that explanation was given, and I just was like, "This movie is so stupid." I'm sorry. I love the Terminator franchise, but even I was like, "Yo, there's so much disbelief."
I like the first two movies, and the third one is acceptable.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the third one because it's like, okay, I see where you're going with it, but man, after that,
Christian Bale, they should have stopped there because that's like, okay, this is when Kyle Reese gets sent back in time. It's John Connor saving his father. They could okay, Helena Bonham Carter and the guy who was the protagonist and the cyborg and whatever, and like all that other bullshit. Fine, just ended there. But no, they want to reboot it, then reboot it again, and now we're at this female empowerment thing, which I can't stress this enough. It's an apocalypse story. Gender doesn't fucking matter.
Here's the thing, Sarah Connor, like, is like when I think about Terminator, I really think about Sarah Connor. She is the face of like the franchise. And if you want to deal with female empowerment, it's like, yes, just focus on Sarah Connor. But the way they handled it in this, it was just so convoluted and so it literally like mangled it mangled its message. And I was like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to kill John. And again, in the stupidest way possible. Like it really got a lot of people angry, and I'm
Couldn't
like,
they have just kidnapped John instead of killing him? And Sarah could.
No, there's no way they were going to do that. I mean, it's a Terminator going back to get him. But it's the fact that they did it. Like, here's the thing: they were on the beach, they were celebrating because I think at this point they had just finished Terminator 2. Like, that's the timeline. They finished Terminator 2. He was getting drinks for his mom. The Terminator showed up, shot him with a shotgun. I'm not kidding, with shades and like a Hawaiian t-shirt and everything. Shot him and then dropped the gun and walked off. And Sarah's just holding her son and she's just like, what happened? And it was like, what? And when she found him again, because apparently this same Terminator, after realizing that he like had no more mission, was sending her messages telling her like when another Terminator was going to come to try and disrupt the timeline. And it's like, why were you helping me? Because he felt guilty.
Hold up.
You feel guilt now.
No, because he got married.
Yeah, it was. When they say I got mad, whew.
I first of all, even in Terminator 3, which was okay,
right?
He didn't have emotions, but he still only listened
Even in
to.
Terminator 2 didn't have emotions.
I know, but everybody knows that he didn't have emotions in 1 and 2. But in 3, he only listened to one person.
Right, because they like. Here's the thing: Terminator 2 works because they explained everything in detail. Like they showed it, and then they did it. In this one, it was literally like, oh, just because. Like he even messaged, like when he was messaging Sarah Connor about like these future events, he messaged it with for John because he legitimately felt bad for what he did. And it's the explanation that they give is that he felt bad because of the fact that he got married and learned emotions. And I was like,
go back in time and save John if he feels guilty about it.
No, well, time travel is not available to them. But
no, it's Skynet. They have machines that send the machines and humans back.
It's, you know what also gets me annoyed? It's like you just said, it's machines, but in this particular moment, it's not Skynet, it's Legion. So it's a totally different machine. That's exactly the same. I mean,
Doctor Who all over again.
It's literally Skynet 2.0. Like I think I yelled that or something at some point.
Which is fun. No, 3.0. Because there was Skynet, and then there was Genesis.
Right, you're right. I keep forgetting.
And then it was Legion.
And then it was Legion. I just because everybody's like the machines will rise no matter what. Like I got that, but they established that the original machine was Skynet. Just keep it Skynet. Like, we can't, because here's the thing: there's no way for them to actually get to Skynet. Like no matter what, like Skynet was a government machine that was like I think like embedded in the Pentagon. I think that's where it was originally.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's no way that like I don't care what type of T100 you have, you can't get into the freaking Pentagon with just one. I don't care. You could have just kept the Skynet. They're like, no, because of changes, we renamed it. Why? Why did you rename the machine? That makes no sense. I mean, a lot of things make no sense in this franchise anymore. But
well, I mean, I have a question, and it's sort of on topic, but not completely on topic, but it has to do with Terminator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kyle Reese went back in time to save Sarah Connor.
Right.
In the process, he impregnates her.
Right.
Yep.
Does that mean that Kyle Reese was originally John Connor's father the whole time?
Yes,
so then it's a paradox.
That was the paradox, which means that's the reason why it was easier for me to accept part 3, because it's like it's circle logic. It's literally a paradox. You have to have Kyle Reese go back in time to impregnate her so that we can have John Connor, who would then become the leader of the resistance, meaning that there has to be a resistance in the future, meaning that the robots have to rise no matter what, meaning Skynet ultimately has to win. So I was like, that's why I was like, okay, I'm cool with part 3, because part 3 was like, it's going to happen no matter what. We just need to make sure we have a leader in the future. That's it. We need to make sure we have a leader. And then all of a sudden we have this new one that's like pretty much the same thing. John's dead, but we're going to need another leader. Apparently in this one, they were like, we had scattered factions of people just scavenging and fighting each other while fighting the robots. And she was able to unite them. But it's like, then it's the same thing again. It's literally, you have a leader who's uniting the people to fight against the robots.
Right.
So what was the point of killing John again? Just,
because now
Something about that.
we have a culturally diverse female to lead.
I mean, even then, I don't like. Here's the thing: I am all for diversity, clearly, but it's it's like
Clearly, what do you mean? All I'm saying is an Anubis mask.
I'm like all of it. For all three of us, we are not in favor of diversity, huh?
Oh no.
Oh no! But
You're an Egyptian god. I'm a stand, and Jimmy's the. Damn it, Sonny's the sun. Doing that.
like,
Damn it, I'm such a blockhead.
I like that.
Blockhead. Okay,
Jimmy's-
Charlie Brown.
Wait, I love the fact that Jimmy's the sun, meaning he's both the lightest and the darkest out of all of us. But I mean, here's the thing: it's like I'm for diversity. I'm more for good storytelling. Like
Thank you.
just give me a
Mhm.
coherent story that works. Like you messed up the timeline so much, I don't care anymore. And clearly, a lot of other people didn't because this was the worst, worst done film. Like the money that. How much money did this movie make? Let me just look this up real quick.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's everything to do with Predator.
Oh, let's not.
The Predator,
No,
Predator doesn't count
that-
as
No,
It does. Actually, it does. It does. Actually, you have to-
that apocalypse is coming.
Apocalypse is coming. Okay, hold on, real quick.
They want our autistics.
Wait.
The whole series, the
Wait,
entire series. No. The whole
Wait,
series was meant to harvest our autistics.
I just want to talk about that last part. Like, I just want to say the budget for the last Terminator film was 185 to 196 million. It only made 261 million.
wow.
That's it. Yeah, so that's how badly people were like, yeah, we don't care.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, so going back to Predator, go ahead. Go into your rant.
Okay, so apparently, this isn't like a new thing. According to the last movie, every time the Predators were on Earth, it wasn't some glory hunt like we've always known. No, it was they were harvesting spines so that they could put stuff from our DNA into them to make better predators so that when they arrive in force to take over the world because they want to take over the planet because global warming is going to kill us all and they want the earth.
Basically, they want to reserve us.
But also, they want our autistics so that they can put that in themselves because, according to them, autism is the next stage of human evolution.
Oh,
All right.
wait, I
So
forgot.
that's a controversial thing, and I don't want to talk about.
Oh, we know. Because fun fact,
That's in
no
yeah.
one can seem to get autism right in media.
No, it's something that that's a big no in my opinion. It's literally like if you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk about it.
Exactly. I mean, hell. Example, because as some people know, I've done some writing. Even if I'm going to talk about an autistic character, I know well enough. Every autism is different. It's not an exact thing for everybody. My brother is like I apparently is autistic. But that doesn't mean that it's like I'm just gonna copy and paste him onto this and it's gonna be accurate. Everybody has their own stuff.
You want to know what's really funny? Sorry, now that since you're on this tangent, the one movie that got it some quote unquote right was the Power Rangers movie.
Wait, the recent
The Blue Ranger?
Yeah, the Blue Ranger. Yeah. The way they acknowledge it is that they simply say he's on the spectrum. It's one of the few films to actually do it that way, and like you can see it when you watch the film. You see it like there's something not quite like there's something off about him, and they just are like I'm on the spectrum, and that's all they acknowledge of it,
And that's it.
that's all you do. And I was like,
all you do.
it made me laugh because it's like, really, the Power Rangers movie is the only one that really did it right.
Hey man, Power Rangers does everything right.
Hey, hey,
Well, that's a lie.
nope, I'm not even getting into this. I'm not.
Yeah, we gonna get into it sometime. We're not doing it this time, but we're gonna do a Power Rangers cast.
Oh my god! If you do it, I'm gonna laugh my butt off.
Oh no. No. If we do that, we need to invite Felix Morbs because he had
Yeah, I know.
Super Sentai on his on his stream, and it is so batshit ridiculous. I loved it.
Wait, how? Because I watch a lot of Sentai. I just don't
No,
know.
or was it Kamen Rider? It was
Oh,
something.
is it Toku? He's probably just talking about Toku in general, like Tokusensu. Yeah, it's
I
literally
feel like all of them on what the literal shit that was.
yeah. It sounds like
It was insanity. Like, they were doctors and they were like turning into these. It's like this
Wait,
one.
was it a video game? Was it a
What?
video game? They look like they were turning into video game characters.
Yes, like there was like Hit Pow and all that.
X8. You're talking about Kamen Rider X8. I love that series.
There it is. There you go.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that's yeah. You're talking about Tokusatsu, and oh man, that's a whole other trip. Let's not go into that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
not.
that's like a whole thing. Okay,
We're gonna
so-
do it another time.
Yeah,
okay. So basically, that's what the Predators really want. They
Yeah.
want like they could already be on this planet, but they want to be here because global warming, which is like they want our planet toasty.
Mm.
That's the crux of all the Predator movies, and I'm like, that's beyond stupid.
But
It's
wait,
very stupid.
there's the movie Predators, I think. The one that was like in 2010 or 11.
Is that the one with Topher Grace?
Yes.
Oh no. Mm.
That's first of all,
That's the reaction. That's the
that
exact reaction.
one definitely didn't take place on Earth.
No, it did.
They, no, they abducted people and there were 2 moons in the sky. So that definitely didn't happen on Earth. And Larry Fishburne was chilling on a ship for like 3 years with predator helmets and armor, and
Oh,
he was
my
crazy.
God. He was, but I mean, oh my god, we're talking about this. Okay,
But hey, and you know what?
let's get into it. Let's
They
get.
had, they had the one Yakuza who's going to take a sword and get into this weird standoff with a fucking alien.
Oh, That
Because
was so
this stuff
cliche.
it needs to happen.
Oh my god, I can't.
That was super cliche. Come on, how you gonna have one of those standoffs and then they both slash each other and die at the same time? I'm done.
I just okay.
Okay.
I remember there was the drug cartel guy.
Yeah, Danny
Oh,
Trejo was in it.
Oh my, yes, that was Danny Trejo.
You got taken off quick.
Oh yeah, which made me mad. Like, I was like, really? The one person I really want to see is the first person getting killed? All right,
Yep.
fine, I don't care. And then Topher Grace is gonna and then the reveal of Topher. Like, can we talk
Oh, he's
about
a serial killer. There
He
we
was-
go.
he oh my god. He you know what? It's just
He almost won.
he yes, won. He almost
Almost won.
Quote one.
He almost won, quote unquote. Oh, now you guys make me want to rewatch that movie just so I can watch it over again.
You
Oh
should.
man.
Fun of it. Okay, so so real quick, because this is an apocalypse scenario that it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. Okay, so there was this game, Drakengard,
Mhm.
and how it goes down. First off, it's like one of those rare games where the main cast, they are designed for you to not like them, because
Oh, okay.
your main protagonist, he is a fucking psychopath, literally.
Wait, the character you play as is a psychopath?
We play as multiple characters, but your star character,
Oh.
he is ripping through people without any disregard for anything. If you are his enemy, you will die. End of discussion. Even when they tell him straight up, these people are being mind controlled. Some of them are kids. You have the other characters going out of their way to say, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man? These are like, they're actually innocent people." And he's like, "Nope." Slash. He isn't like he's a dick. Like, he will actually kick people in the head repeatedly for less than no reason.
Wait, what's the actual premise of this game? Like,
It's,
what are you,
it's meant to be a straight up fantasy world, evil empire, dragons, magic. It's supposed to be that simple, but then shit gets weird. With
I love that you say that. That's when it gets weird. Oh no, there's a giant dragon flying overhead. Oh, that's normal.
Par
Yes.
for the course.
yeah. I mean, it's a game with like kingdoms and shit. Like it's supposed to be just a simple magical world with magical creatures and whatever.
So like Japanese RPG type
Basically.
of okay.
Okay, so your main cast is, and I shit you not, a psychopath, a literal pedophile, a literal cannibal, a racist, and yes, a racist, and the most naive little shit you will ever meet, to the point where you will hate him more than the rest.
I don't know.
Wait.
I don't think I will hate a naive person more than I will hate
Everything else.
No.
Wait. I just want you to go through that list one more time. I'm going off on I'm counting off on fingers right now. A psychopath.
Yes.
A cannibal.
Yes.
A pedophile.
Yes. His story is messed the fuck up.
Dude, he's a pedophile. Of course it is.
No. It gets better.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get better.
It gets worse.
Okay, not better.
Worse is the better word.
Okay, worse. It gets worse. So how he's involved in any of this? Again, he is a pedophile, and the Empire was going from those of us just killing people for no reason. We're gonna get to the Empire. He was off in the forest, handling his business to the thought of his brothers.
All right, I'm done. No more.
No.
No.
I want you to get to the meat and potatoes of this story.
Whoa. I want no meat or any potatoes. We're talking about this kind of thing.
Okay, but anyway, he comes back. The Empire attacked. His family's dead, and now he's like guilty. He's guilty as fuck. And then the most annoying sadistic fare you will ever see in any media comes down and is like, "Oh, you little shit! You should kill yourself." But also, if you can't do that because you're a pussy, make a pact with me. And he was like, "Okay," like just to punish himself.
That's a fairy and not a demon.
Wait, yeah,
that is a fairy. Fairies are little fucking assholes.
So what are demons?
Are
there demons in this world?
We're getting there.
Okay,
so after the cannibal and the racist and
right, and there's a racist in this series too, because of course there is.
yeah. He's that guy that he's constantly bitching and moaning at Kaim about, like, these are innocent people. What are you doing? They're children. You're a monster. The moment they're like fighting people that are like they're like not human, like elder shit. He's like, fuck them, kill them, whatever.
They're half human. I don't care. They're not mine.
Shrug. And then they go to the Empire. Oh, and side note, they're doing this because Kaim wants to save his sister, the one of two people that he actually gives a shit about.
I have a question. I have multiple questions, but one question came to the forefront immediately. Sure. Why do any of them care?
Let's see. The pedophile has nowhere else to go and has to like pay for his sins.
Oh my god! Question. Was that a sentence you thought you would ever say ever?
No, not at all. The cannibal, like they meet her, and within a minute, she tries to take a bite out of Kaim, and they put the magic whammy on her so that she can like docile around them. But now they're like, we can't leave her out here. She's like, she'll be a problem. And Kaim's like, whatever, bring her. And then the racist, he's there because he's just there.
Why not?
And the kid,
at this point,
and the kid, he is constantly going on about how his mother told him that he's going to be the little hero. Like he is that little nice as humanly possible little shit. Like it's like he's just annoying.
Wait, are you saying he's too nice for his own good?
Yes.
So there's a kid in this scenario next to a pedophile and a
cannibal who, side note, primarily eats children.
So the cannibal eats children, and then there's a pedophile on top of that. Question: is this kid half anything? Because it sounds like he's a half.
He's just a little boy.
Because it felt like you should be like, oh, he has hidden powers because he's half demon, and then the race is like, nah, kill him.
Kind of. He kind of has powers.
Oh my gosh!
He kind of has powers, but hold off on that. The whole thing is that they're trying to save his sister, but also trying to stop the Empire from destroying these seals. You destroy the seals, the world is fucked, right? His sister is the last seal.
You sure this isn't just Predators 2 that you're telling me? Because it sounds like it. It really does.
You
No,
know,
no. Hold on. So they find his sister. Big reveal. She has incestuous feelings towards her brother.
I'm
Oh my
done.
God, just
I'm
stop.
done.
Wait. Hold on. So then, no. It gets worse. It gets worse. So
Oh my God, Jimmy,
the Chaim is like,
why are you letting him? Like, why are you letting him go on? Can we stop right now, please?
I'm getting there.
Oh,
So
no.
Chaim is like, ick, because indiscriminate murder is fine for him, but incest, that's the line. His sister realizing that, this is never going to happen, and the shame, knowing that she is the last seal.
Oh my gosh, she kills herself, doesn't she?
She has to kill herself. It sounds like it.
Yes, and then
I want enough enemy to know where this goes.
Oh my
wait for it. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Because this is the part where I personally need a visual aid.
Oh no, you're playing a video. Do it.
No video.
Oh, thank God. Okay, because I couldn't take it. But
So
I'm
these-
trying so hard.
So giant demon baby
Tentacles.
statue things
Of course.
start raining from the sky.
Tentacles? Are there tentacles involved? There
No,
have to be tentacles.
no
involved.
tentacles. These are just giant statue babies. And
You babies.
and
Oh my
and amazingly, the things that the Empire was like worshiping or being mindful by, yeah, that's them. This is like these are the watches that everybody was worried about, and they're eating everybody.
Giant statue babies.
The cannibal,
Everybody like rah.
exactly. No, that's exactly what happens. The cannibal either sacrifices herself or really goes off the deep end. Like, yes, the greatest of feasts, and then the babies start teething, and eat her.
The baby starts teething.
I can't do this anymore. I cannot.
Wait,
But then,
Jimmy, wait. Why is there an end then? Why is there an end then?
but then the pedophile is like, okay, yeah, you guys got to go. I'll hold them off, and
Yeah, he'll hold them off all
Why?
right.
no,
Why?
and then the fairy is like, no, you're not, because I'm like bonded to you. If you die, I die. You are a pussy. You need to run away. He's like, no, I'm gonna do, and he grabs the fairy, and the fairy's free the fuck out. We're just like, okay, yeah, for this game, just the comeuppance on the fairy after all the shit it constantly says, this is fine. This guy goes super self-destruct mode, which he does
pulls up Vegeta.
problem.
He pulls up Vegeta.
Pretty much.
I do this for you, my sister, and all the children that I loved. And then
Oh, God.
No, he doesn't say all that. He doesn't say all that. He's all like,
especially you, 5-year-old. Like what?
no. He doesn't say all that. He just says, death is not the end of hope. Blows up. Okay. Then
This is the serial killer, right? That we're talking about.
no. The serial killer is a different guy. Anyway, Jez
What's this?
Trades
Wait,
is
which
in the
one-
chat.
which one is
How are
this?
you doing, Jez?
Oh, hello, people.
Hi.
You
Welcome
came at the
the
worst
End of the World
possible
Center.
moment.
for the
You
end of the world scenarios. So then, don't worry.
Oh,
That is one apocalypse scenario. Demon baby statues. I'm just gonna turn that off. And then
I thought we were going to be talking about zombies. No, we're talking about baby statues from the sky that eat everybody.
we're going to talk about. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Damn it.
I don't even know.
Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Oh god,
And then their leader shows up.
this sounds like the worst Final Fantasy game ever.
Bro, what is this?
The Queen Beast,
You mean mommy?
basically.
That's oh my god.
Yes. And then but then the kid, the little hero, he's all like, I'm going to turn off my pact, which by the way, the pact that he had with this giant golem, basically it would make him stay a kid forever because he was like stuck in because it was absorbing time. He turns it off, massive wide area time stop that would save the world.
Oh,
Okay, so
Right.
so they do that, and that would be the end of it. But then we have
there's always an end with you. There's always an end.
last one. No. This is the last one.
Oh my god.
So then, like in the final ending, which because of games after this, it's like the true ending.
Wait, pause. You just said games after this with an S.
Near and
Bro,
all of those.
Near and Near Automata.
Oh.
Yes,
And
it is
then
one of
Wait,
those.
Near?
Near?
coming out.
Wait, Near. Neir. Near.
Yes,
This is connected to the Near series?
Yeah.
yes, I'm getting to that.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
okay, so Kayam's dragon, he's the psychopath, his dragon is like, you know what, screw it, balls to the wall, we gotta like do this. So they fly at the Queen Beast, and then without any warning, in one of the most famous endings in a video game, at least the most ridiculous,
yeah,
a
Gold was ridiculous.
portal opens in the sky in modern day Tokyo.
Of course.
The
Let me guess,
Queen Beast
let me guess,
falls-
is it near the Tokyo Tower?
Probably.
More than likely.
I double check. But anyway, the Queen Beast, the dragon, and the psychopath fly through it, and then the game goes from a hack and slash to a rhythm game with no warning.
I'm
For some-
sorry.
For
What did you just say?
it immediately turns into a rhythm game with no warning, not even instructions. You're just like you're just in this shit now.
In a rhythm game. A game that started with a pedophile, a psychopath.
No. It wasn't a rhythm game at first. The entire game up to this fight was a hack and slash magic fireball.
I know.
Your dragon thing.
I
This
heard.
last-
It's the fact that you just told me that it becomes a rhythm game when we started with a pedophile, a psychopath.
Don't worry, they're dead now.
It's
They're
the
dead
same-
now. It's fine. They are dead now. It is fine.
Oh my god! I wish I can't even look at the screen because I'm crying so hard.
Don't worry. Those words, it's fine.
Oh,
Anyway, you beat the rhythm game. The Queen Beast crumbles, and the dragon's like, we did it. And then missiles from Japanese Air Force shoots them down and kills them. Bravo 1, target defeated. We're moving out, and that's the end of Dragon Guard. What they didn't realize is that when all this magical shit fell into their world, it brought magical particles that caused a whole, like pretty much there's enough of shit here between Drakengard and Nier to make its own game, but they didn't for some reason. And then it becomes the Nier universe.
Is it called Drakengard? Like
Draken.
okay. I need to look this up because this is the most.
It's fucking insane. Yes,
But
But
oh my
but
god!
yeah.
Near auto. Oh my god! It's in the same. Oh my god! It really is in the same.
actually,
I didn't believe it.
actually
I
skipping ahead.
can't believe it because it's like who would. It's like the most messed up Final Fantasy game you could ever conceive. What is this?
Blame Yoko Taro.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Yoko Taro. It was him. It was him all along. Okay.
you
So,
thought this was going to be a simple Final Fantasy game, but no, it's me, Yoko Taro.
pretty much.
That's insane.
But then we cut to Nier, where like I'm gonna skip the stuff that's in between because that's a whole other like that's a book that they could have done. I'm not gonna go into that. But with Nier, basically the magical elements like the demonic shit came to Earth. It was turning people into here are your options. If you get infected with this disease, here are your options. Either A, you die and turn into salt, or B, a god from another dimension will make a pact with you, turning you into their mindless killer servant. There is no third option.
Of course not. Of course.
And what's worse, it's your choice. Either work for this monster or die.
Wasn't that only that? No, wait. Wasn't there like a final scenario where it's like you had to keep playing the game and then
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the end of the game. This is before.
And
And
that was like it had multiple endings, didn't it? Where
yeah, it did. Like
Yeah.
all the games have multiple endings, but then, but then the people were like, in order to hold off this disease, we're going to somehow separate our bodies and our souls to two different things until we can find like a cure or wait for the whole thing to pass or whatever.
Of course, because that's the thing you can do.
Yeah. And then very long story short, it works, but then people forget or something, and now people are killing their own souls, which is like, oh, they're treating them like monsters. And basically your character's killing kids for like the first quarter of the game. And the fact that you kill these monsters and book supplies or like school supplies fall out of them doesn't tip you off at all. But sure, whatever. Then
Oh wow, this is so dark. I'm reading.
then
Just like, oh, this is so dark.
but then as it turns out, your player character, he's the one person who was able to like facilitate the creation of the program that lets you separate bodies and souls. But it's not actually, but also he is not himself. He's just the body. The soul is this other thing called, quote, the Shadow Lord.
Of course.
Sure. Then, and then due to reasons, they kill the Shadow Lord, which causes all of these people who are now disembodied souls to go completely berserk. And then the bodies have like a set time limit anyway. So basically, instead of reuniting body and soul to save the world, this guy pretty much ended it.
Man, you know, this is one thing I will say. When it comes to end of the world scenarios, nobody can write it like the Japanese. Like, seriously.
You're right.
Oh,
They
man.
really
What
can't.
do the Americans have? We have zombies, we have machine endings, we have like God bringing everybody back to heaven, and then they are like, oh yeah, so then the demon mommy brought her babies down that were statues that ate everybody. Like, what?
Hey, at least the pedophile and the cannibal died.
Yes, because that's the best thing about the scenario. Oh my god.
Okay, so then, and
Yo,
then,
Jimmy, you caught that right? That's like the fifth and then.
Yeah.
like he just won't stop. And okay, and then we get to Nier Automata, where they
Nope. Because I am still playing that one, and I really want to get through it.
All right,
Fine.
don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah. No, that one I'm like,
All right.
Because I
So,
think I got more than enough with just the first one, man.
and also I was going to talk about the Matrix after that.
Wait, what? You were
Wait.
going to talk about the Matrix?
let me get into Breath of the Wild real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to how this is a end of the world scenario.
Okay. Aside from what was it? They said, I know Nintendo said that this is at the very end of the timeline of all timelines in the Zelda universe.
Is it really? I thought it was just the ending of the failed hero scenario.
All timelines. It's
Of all
the end
timelines? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, not just that, but the fact that, well, big spoilers for the whole game. Link has been in a stasis for about 100 years,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much as soon as Calamity Ganon rose, everything went to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Villages were destroyed. A bunch of people were massacred. Even Hyrule Castle itself was pretty much devastated. It's crawling with guardians and monsters and anything you can think of. There are a few Lynels in there, and those are the scariest monsters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But as you go around, you look at the destruction, and like a lot of plant life has grown during this time, and there are still people.
Yeah.
But there aren't many people.
Right.
Like,
There are not a lot of towns in that game.
running through the field, you will see maybe one person if you run around for 5 in-game days.
Mm-hmm.
But anywhere you go, you'll see malice or whatever it's called, or corruption,
Yeah.
covering things. The
Mhm.
Guardians going around destroying literally anything that's alive that's not like created by Ganon. So it is an apocalypse in that way. And the only way, but this apocalypse can sort of be reversed not fully reversed, but it can be ended, and people can like rebuild from that point. Because people have started rebuilding, but they can't really make much progress when there are still
Like loads of Ganon's demons and monsters.
yeah, there are monsters, especially the Lynels. I'm not
Yo,
even
no.
joking. I'm not messing with the Lynels. I started the Master Quest or whatever it's called.
Oh wow. Okay.
Bruh,
Yeah.
not doing that. I did the stupid thing and decided not to use any spirit orbs to increase my heart containers or my stamina containers.
Wait.
I still have 3 hearts.
You're stuck with 3.
I mean, I can still go back to like the Temple of Time and do it or whatever because
Right,
I don't
but
know anything yet. But
Oh no, man.
Yo,
just
imagine
really
getting
hard
beat up by bokoblins or whatever they're called. Like a blue one will hit you once and you'll die.
Yeah.
That is an apocalypse. When a little goblin dude hits you once with his little club and you die,
Yeah, that's an apocalypse.
it's an apocalypse.
Like I can't step outside of my town, and I'm afraid that if they come to town, we're dead. That's it.
Even on the Great Plateau, there are 2 Lynels that I've encountered.
Oh,
And by encountered, I mean I've seen from far away because I don't want to go close to them.
true.
That reminds me
They
of something
are
else
literally
about
the
Africa.
scariest monster in the whole series.
Oh man. But dude, just jump on their back and you'll be fine.
Yeah, for like a second until they knock me off and shoot me with their shock arrows or whatever.
Oh man.
These weren't even regular Lynels. One of them was a silver Lynel.
Oh shit, I don't think I even ran into a silver Lionel before.
They're scary.
Oh wow, bro. Dang.
They're scary. And in the Master Quest, there are gold ones, which have more HP than the final bosses.
Yeah, I haven't done the Master Quest. I was like, no, I am not doing it. Like, not because I don't want to, just because I haven't gotten around to doing it.
You'll be stressed out.
I
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't actually play the game, but I'm looking up Silver Lions and these look badass.
Oh no, they are definitely cool looking.
They're cool
Yeah,
looking.
Cool looking, but you
But
don't
they're
want to fight them
scary.
correctly. Like you need to have your timing down and everything. If you like, dodging is your best friend.
Yes.
I can imagine. Damn.
They use multiple weapons. They use bows.
Mhm.
They use
Axis cool.
melee
They use-
weapons.
They use the worst ones are definitely like the lightning arrows, those shock arrows, right? I hate those. I
Yeah.
hate those. Just yeah, it's they are not a fun time.
No,
It's
they're not.
hilarious when you do get on their back though when they start bucking and you're like, you're just like yeah.
But also, I only have 1 stamina wheel, so I'll like get $2.
You get knocked out,
and I'll
yeah.
get knocked down, and then I'm dead.
You want
And they also spit fire, so you know.
no, you want to know the funniest moment that happened with me? I dodged one. I was able to get on his back. He bucked me, and there was a cliff.
Oh my gosh!
I was
Were
just
you on
like,
top of that mountain near
Yes.
the Rudo village?
Rudo, yes.
The
My god.
the fish people. I forgot their name.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny. I was just like laughing so hard because I was like, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? Oh my god. You ever try to get to Death Mountain just at the start of the game? Just because you know you can do it, right?
Yeah, but the problem is, I'm not trying to die quick.
No, you can get to it. You can actually fight Ganon's first form at the
Yeah,
very
you can
start.
go in.
You could go in. You can start it. You won't finish.
I mean, I
Starting
think
it.
there are some people who have done it, but like
I would need
don't
to
really have many weapons to go on, and
You have
also you have to fight all of the those shadow Ganons or whatever they're called that were in the divine beasts.
you can fight. You can start fighting him to get like you can literally. You don't have to fight them if you
No,
want.
I mean like if you go straight to Ganon, don't you have to fight all 4 of them in like
No.
a marathon?
you fight all his forms. Yeah, in a marathon. If you don't do it and you fight it the right way, you don't have to do all that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I seen somebody do that. And Julian, in fact, Julian started doing it first time he got the game, and I was just like, "Bro, you're crazy." He was like, "I just want to see if I can do it," and we were cracking up because we were like, "Oh, we're gonna send Link to die."
it's fun, but it's a challenge
It's a
doing
su-
that.
It's a suicide mission, in my opinion. But
I
Hey.
mean, even at the beginning, Zelda's dad is like, "Yeah, it's kind of stupid to do that, so you should probably do some other stuff first."
yes, yeah, like learn how to cook.
By the way, The fact that you can't go, you have to find an inn to be able to cook bothered me. Like I
What?
can't just set up a fire or something.
This isn't Monster Hunter. You can't do that.
Yeah, I mean you can set. Is that a cat?
Yeah, it's the cat.
Nice,
Yeah, I think he's hungry. I'll be right back.
No, no, get it.
no problem.
Oh, okay. Bye, Cap. Go get food. Go get food.
But basically, in Breath of the Wild, you can cook when you see like a pot over a fire.
Mhm.
So basically, an enemy camp.
Yes.
That's pretty much the only place other than an inn where you can cook, and it's stressful, especially in the Master Quest. It's really stressful.
Oh man, I can attest that. Yes, it sounds like it would be a pain in the neck because
Fighting for your life just to cook food to eat. I just want to cook some apples.
What?
Yeah, dude. No, have you not played? You haven't played Breath of the Wild?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's not kidding. It's literally like, hey, you want to make sure you don't die, you better learn how to cook. But oh, you can't cook until you beat all these what are they called? The goblins. You gotta beat them and watch out for the one with the club. The funniest one is when they're by the barrels that explode. And I just watch them and I'm like, bow and arrow. Boom! Enemy camp cleared.
Yeah, you can do that in the normal version, but in the Master Quest, they'll hear you or something. Like you can hit them a few times. I've broken 3 swords trying to kill one.
Wait, you broken swords? In the
Swords.
Master Quest for? Oh my god, that's
They don't have the base forms. They're all blue and higher. So like second form and up.
Oh, that's messed up. So there are no. Oh, that's messed up.
And I think they regenerate a little health over time.
Oh no! Wait. What about when the moon turns red?
That hasn't happened to me yet.
Oh
and
god!
I don't want it to. That means
like,
everybody comes back.
yeah, when blood moons happen, like every enemy you fought on that map, like in that like area, I think everybody, right? It's like
Every monster that you've killed will come back.
will come back to life, and I think they're stronger.
Yes.
Oh,
They're stronger
Yeah.
during the blood moon.
yes. It's like the first time I saw that happen, I was like, "What's about to?" Oh no!
And don't get caught by any kind of alphos, basically the bone enemies.
Yeah.
They'll pop up out of the ground and they'll just start attacking you. And
Oh man. Oh my god.
I didn't even know the Lizalfos ones, like not the skeleton ones, but the regular ones,
Oh my
shot
god.
me with 1 arrow and I died.
You're making me not want to do the Master
You
Quest.
gotta do it. 'Cause you look, when I started it, I was like, all right, it's not gonna be too bad. I know how to dodge. I dodge. It did another swing on me. I was like, what? I didn't even get like the bullet time thing.
Oh,
I
wow.
dodged it.
Oh wow.
And it just knocked me out. I was like, whoa, hold up. But then I got smart. I was like, oh, there's a rock up here. I'll just push it and kill them both.
Oh
Which
man.
is what that's what I've been looking for. The Master
Wait.
Quest teaches you how to deal with enemies without going headfirst into it.
You know what? Actually, here's the thing, man. Jimmy, you're talking about like advanced, but Sonny, but listen,
See, I do it. See, everybody does it.
what?
Just
name?
representing people's names.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what I
King Crazy, dude.
Yep.
What you would really enjoy in that game, it's the physics. Like I could see you messing around with stopping time and then trying to like.
I would. The way that stopped
smacking something far away.
Yeah, you would have so much fun with just playing around with physics in this game that you probably wouldn't even get to like the main quest at any time. Like it's so much fun. It's just
actually that Common Writer XA you were talking about.
yeah,
That guy who has like that pausing, and I'm like, yep,
yeah.
I would count that. Hell,
Yeah.
There's it's like hell. And I was trying to think if this was also a post-apocalypse thing, and it's not really.
Which one?
No. This other game, Warframe, and
Warframe.
yeah,
It's about aliens shooting each other.
yeah,
I mean, I've heard of it, but I haven't actually played it.
it's free and it's not bad. And there's one warframe in there that can. Oh, it's a few steps, but in a localized area, you can stop time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the moment I heard that, I was like, "I'm in, you son of a bitch! I'm in."
I've been. Oh
It
man.
has a top hat. It is a robot mech suit with a top hat. What's not to love?
I would love that. Actually, you know what? I have a question.
Yep.
The Borderlands series. Would
Yeah.
you consider that a apocalypse scenario? Because it feels like
yes, I think.
because it definitely has shades of the Road Warrior, and I would definitely say that the Road Warrior is a apocalyptic scenario.
I want to say yes and no, because
mean-
they take place on Pandora for the most part, except for 3, where you go in different places. I haven't finished 3 yet, by the way. So
Oh no, okay, I
Spoilers
won't
on
say
that.
anything then. All right, I won't.
God, Queen Tyrene, and it's like, shut up.
okay,
It's,
but I'm near the end of it,
okay.
so I know who dies.
In the dumbest way possible. I'm sorry. If you're going to talk about that, just it still kind of rubs me the wrong way. The cat really
Oh
wants.
no! Oh, no, but what pisses me
I
off?
think the
You
category.
give this ultimate power to this annoying teenager? Really?
2 annoying teenagers. Oh, you mean what's her name? Ava?
I like Tyrene worlds more than I like Ava. I mean, like leaps and bounds. I like Tyrene more than this other one. I hate her.
Some of the characters I kind of was like, yeah, no, I could do without you, honestly.
Although
But
actually,
Like Claptrap.
I love Claptrap. I don't care.
He's
Oh
great.
my god,
He's
he's so
great.
annoying.
I love him. He's
I hate
annoying to the
Claptrap
point
so
where
much.
he's
No,
so
no, no,
annoying that you hate him, but then you cycle back to loving him.
what's his name? The teddy bear.
Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Yes.
Wait,
That's his name. No, his name isn't Balex. It's Ice-T.
it's Ice-T.
Yeah, that's what I remember. And it's like, oh my god, this is this is worth it. $60, and it's worth it now.
That was
Just for
actually
him.
really funny. I'm not gonna lie, like his whole mission when you first find him is hilarious. It was really funny for me because I was playing with the others, right? And all of a sudden somebody went T-Rex. I was like, T-Rex? What are you talking about? And I turn around and all I see are teeth. I'm just like, I was like, ah! I just freaked out. I was like, what? I was like, where did that thing even spawn in? It's like a giant area with a giant tree trunk where you pull out the teddy bear, and then next thing I know, there's a T-Rex about to chomp me, and I'm like, where did you even come from? Like,
Right.
oh my god, I love that.
Well, actually, what I'm noticing with some post-apocalypse stories like that, where it's like after there's like this big event and everything's kind of like destroyed,
Mhm.
everybody gets like kind of like split off into like different camps or groups or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, humanity.
it's like with what was that show? It's like shit, Into the Badlands,
Oh yeah,
where it's like
I mean,
it's a martial arts epic, but it's like it was okay until the last season where things got like weird,
Okay.
weirder. But there was this other one, Bunraku,
mhm.
and I guess like in the intro they point out how man's insatiable appetite for destruction caused all this. Like it's like weapons just kept getting more advanced to the point where we went leaps and bounds out of our way to end whole scores of life with a push of a button. Like the truest statement I've ever heard in a movie, they said there are more ways of killing a man than there are ways of making bread or making love.
I believe it.
Yeah, and
Hey,
then,
Into the Badlands. Isn't that the series where they don't know how to make gunpowder?
right.
Like that's the whole thing. It's basically like a world where gunpowder doesn't exist and everybody fights with martial arts and swords.
Yes.
Yeah, the first season was really good. I did
Yes.
the series. I actually is it on Netflix? Because I feel like
It is.
Okay.
I don't know if it still is, but check.
all right, yeah, because I watched the first season and I was like, oh, this is really cool, and then I just kind of fell off. I forgot.
Right. Right. But Baraku did the same thing, but they kind of explained it more.
Mhm.
It's like, yes, war got way too far, so they took away all the guns, locked them away, and like all the police forces had to use a spear, and everybody was just learning how to fight. And then in this particular section of the world, there's this guy Nicola who's like, oh, okay, first things first, he's a woodcutter, but he's like the strongest guy there, and he has this whole red army, and
Okay.
and his right hand man, because it's him and his group of and they're actually called killers, and his right hand man is named Killer Number Two.
I like that. Keep it
He,
simple.
he's stylish. He has a suit. He has a cane a cane with like a hidden sword. Like he's just a stylish little asshole, and like it's great. Like it's just a fun movie, but it's like the world building. Like it's ridiculously colorful in most places, but it makes sense. Like I can see how things could actually get to this point. And here you have our two heroes, a cowboy without a gun and a samurai without a sword.
Ha.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like if you have the means, I say check it out. It's actually really fun.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what apocalypse things desperately need?
What?
World building.
Right.
Just
I mean, I'll argue against that just because I say it's more interesting when when you get to that scenario, when you have the apocalypse scenario, sometimes it's cooler to not know what caused it. And it's like just getting to know the characters can be really good.
I mean, it's fine that we don't know what exactly caused the apocalypse, but I want to know not just
How does this world make
one-
sense? Like that's
I mean, yeah.
not just how the world makes sense or how one group is dealing with it or how one group experiences other people. I would like other groups.
Mhm.
I would like to see how other groups are dealing with it. Like the way The Walking Dead did it, like going back to The Walking Dead. You know how there are like a bunch of different shows. It's different shows, but in the series it's showing world building.
Right. It's not like what
So
other
like
groups
Fear
do.
the Walking Dead is on the other side of the country, I think.
Right.
And
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I think one game that there's world building, but it's like after a couple missions, it's like the world's kind of built. Like you get it.
Hmm.
Death Stranding. If have you ever played that?
I have not.
I mean, I know
can
of
talk
it.
about it,
I've seen playthroughs of it, but I haven't actually played it myself.
It is the most ridiculous walking simulator you'll ever play. You are a delivery man, and that's it. Your character played by Norman Reedus is not he's not Snake. He's not some super whatever. He is literally just a guy with his just a guy powers. So
He just has the power of man.
yes, and not a very coordinated man, unfortunately, because again, you're carrying shit around with your bare hands and feet. And, but the world just gets weird because apparently, however many years ago, something happened with a baby being born, but I can't remember exactly what happened because this is Hideo Kojima. All of his story is like in the in-game encyclopedia. So naturally, I'm not going to read that. So, but from what I skimmed, essentially something went weird with a stillborn child, and then the lines between life and death got mucked around. So now there are these things. Well, actually, they're actually called beached things or BTs, and they're like and they're like antimatter. And if they manage to touch somebody that's like just a person, just regular matter, it'll cause a void out or basically a nuke attack. It's and how it works in the game. If you get caught by these monsters, then, well, first off, they show up as like these disembodied things that are tied to the ground, like they're like floating ghosts or something. One grabs you, it turns into this weird cinematic where you get dragged into this random spot, and it's this whole circle, and then this giant ink monster thing will come out, and if it grabs you or kills you or whatever, then the entire section, like the circle that you were in, It's not there anymore. It is now a gigantic hole that will stay in the map for the rest of the game.
Huh.
Like that section no longer exists.
Huh.
And this happened to a bunch of different cities before they actually figure out what the hell to do.
Mm-hmm.
But to make things even worse, now whenever it rains, it's not rain. It's called the timefall. And if it hits any organic matter, that thing will start aging years within seconds. So, like a drop hits Norris's hand, that part of his hand, like it's like a little bit of skin just start turning visibly older. So now you have to be like watching out for these freaky ass monsters who follow you around if you're breathing, and also you have to like stay out of the rain, or else you'll die. But more importantly, your deliveries will start getting destroyed by either of these things. And on top of that, there are these people who have this thing in them called, quote, dooms, basically superpowers. Here you have Norman Reedus, who, again, he's not really anything special. He just has the power to kind of feel when these monsters are coming. Kind of, not really. It's like the Spire sense in the movies, without the accuracy. Something's there, but he doesn't know where. Which is why he has to have this baby in a tube kind of attached to his suit, because the baby, which was stillborn but not or something, he actually help you see where these things are, so you can actually like dodge them. Until you actually upgrade your stuff to the point where in the game you can actually untether them from the world and they'll just fuck off, which is great. And yeah, you have to go on this cross-country trip delivering stuff, but also trying to get back this lady who's like going to be the next president of the United States, because this whole game, in spite of all of its ridiculousness, is meant to like, you're supposed to bring America back together.
Yeah, it's called Building Bridges.
Yes.
I know. I was laughing because I was waiting the entire time to make that joke.
Wow.
I know. I have patience.
I commend you.
All right. But as of course, there's more to this guy, your character Sam, than like there's more to him than meets the eye, especially when some person, played by Mads Mikkelsen, he shows up and basically turns this section of the map into a war, like an American war. It's like there's the Revolution, there's there's Revolution, there's World War I and World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, the Revolution, one of the World Wars, and then Vietnam. Like Mads Mikkelsen, for some reason, has the power to turn this section of the map into fucking Vietnam during the war, and turn these monster things into his puppet soldiers with guns that you have to take out. You, again, with no military training, because again, you're just a guy. Even your punches and kicks are just like they're nothing special. Like you're throwing wild haymakers.
Well, I mean, again, it's Kojima, so war never ends.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, but unlike Metal Gear Solid, you're not some super special, awesome badass. You are just a guy. You don't have any martial arts. You are literally just a delivery man.
Yeah, exactly. Most wars are just fought with ordinary men. That's when they go from ordinary to extraordinary. Again, Kojima.
Yeah.
But I mean, that game, I've watched a lot of playthroughs of that game, and I was just like, when the moment you mentioned that, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. That was a really crazy scenario. And I just kept going, why? And then I kept going, oh yeah, Kojima.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's totally fine.
I had no interest.
Yeah. The main theme of the game, you could figure it out like a couple missions in. It's like after a while, it's like, yeah, I get it. But they keep beating over the head with it for the rest of the game. And then the 2-hour-long epilogue.
Really?
Yeah, dude, again, Kojima.
Where the lady just explains literal everything to you.
Yeah,
To
the
the point where-
giant dump.
Yeah, I mean, actually, wait, do you care about spoilers?
Who, me?
Yeah.
He just said he doesn't even care.
I
about
have
the
no
game.
interest, so no, I don't care about spoilers.
Okay, so essentially, the lady you're trying to find, yeah, she is actually, well, she was a lady, but then when she was in the hospital for cancer or some shit, like whatever, her body and soul got separated. So like her soul is in basically purgatory, and her body is still like around, and she is actually the extinction entity meant to just end everything. I mean, everything was already ruined. Like it was already post-apocalypse, but now she's there to like just really just end it. And the guy that summons World War II at you, that's actually your father, but he got killed trying to save baby you from the president lady's facilities, and she brought him back more or less in order to at least have one less little moment with you, because that's not fucked up at all. And I'm not even going to go to the other characters because that's a whole other thing, and they don't even matter that much.
Yeah, no, that was the whole thing. It's literally like, oh yeah, the baby that was supposed to die, that was you. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the point.
Wow.
You think he's going after the baby you're carrying, but you find out later, like the last moment of the game is finding out that that baby's actually a girl, and therefore not you.
Mhm.
Got it.
And yeah, I'm just like, and the whole game was about bringing America together. Like we need each other. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world, and all that shit. And then Sam finds out that this person was his dad. The lady that raised him as like her child was actually the reason that both his parents are dead, and that he's like weird. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it, and he leaves. He's like he abandons everyone, takes his baby, and just goes. And that is the end of the game. So it's like, here's this message, and here's the last minute of the movie, basically saying, "Fuck that message." Introversion,
Okay.
isolation.
I love that. I'm sorry, man. I love Sonny's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was done. I was done from the beginning.
Yeah. I want to bring up one game series, sort of.
Yeah.
Infamous. If I'm pretty sure you guys know.
Oh,
what
yeah,
you-
yeah.
Oh,
It's sort of an apocalypse, but not really.
I mean, well, it can be depending on the choices you make. So,
It's trying to prevent the apocalypse, but also
Right.
kind of
But- oh, I mean, if you go by Infamous 2, then you kind of did in a
Well,
way.
in the first one, it's technically just contained to Empire City. Excuse me.
Right, Empire City. Right. Yeah, that's not New York.
No, not at
yeah,
all.
sure.
But yeah. So like, and it turns out that this New York bound apocalypse, I'm calling it New York. Empire City sounds stupid. So this New York self-contained apocalypse was caused by the protagonist, but also by the protagonist from the future.
Yeah.
And you know, he gains powers
Mhm.
from all of this, and you know, that's you can be good or evil, blah blah blah. You do stuff.
Or a vampire. You could be a vampire.
Yeah, that's good or evil. Evil is basically energy vampire. Good is
Yeah.
basically not being an energy vampire. You can still leech energy, but not from like living things.
Right.
True.
So this is all. It turns out that this bomb that was set off by the protagonist accidentally, due to the protagonist from the future, is because, of course, there's the Beast who is coming, and the Beast is just another dude with powers.
Mm-hmm.
And
By the way, just out of curiosity, how far into the game before you realized what that was?
what, the Beast?
Yeah.
About maybe an hour after the guy got sucked into the wormhole or whatever
I
it
think-
was.
Yeah. I think that's when most people were like, wait a minute. I think I see where this is going.
because you set it off again or not. But basically, what happens is he gets the beast is this one guy who's been trying to help reverse everything,
Hmm.
and it turns out that because of the incident with him getting sucked into the explosion or whatever it was, he has basically become that. He became a living nuke, and the nuke either kills you or gives you superpowers. It is basically a stand arrow,
Hmm.
but you don't get a stand; you just get superpowers.
Right, but the problem was, it's like you find out later that that bomb went out way further than you thought. Like the fallout from it
Right,
affected multiple cities, like all
right.
across. Was it all just across America, or was it across the world?
I think in the first one it was across the East Coast.
Right, but then you find out it spread out even further than that, because it's like now like multiple people are like suddenly getting abilities, and it's causing mass chaos. And I
Right.
mean, I really enjoyed Infamous too. So
In the
yeah.
second one, the Beast actually appears
Mhm.
in New York. I don't care, New York,
Yeah.
and you fight him at the beginning, and you basically get trashed by him. So you flee to New Orleans after he pretty much destroys New York and kills everybody there or gives them powers, whatever. And he's following you to New Orleans,
Mhm.
and you find out there are other people there who have the powers and all of that. And he's on his way down, and you find out that in his path, he is creating more superpowered people and also killing people who don't have that potential to be
Yeah.
super powered. So
It's a really cool scenario because it's like apocalypse by superpowers.
right. And in the second one, you do actually cause a full blown apocalypse if you take the evil path.
Hmm.
So like if you go all if you could be good and just take the evil option at the end just because.
Right? Yo, I saw. No, he's not even kidding. I saw that option. I was like, wait a minute, I'm full on Paragon, and it's still giving me the evil option.
Yep.
Like, it
It's
was
like
like
a Spider-Man game.
no, because it's literally like, what do you care? Wait, okay, who cares about spoilers in this particular part?
Don't care.
Okay, because the whole scenario is that you are like you can either save your people and your grandma, right?
I don't remember. Your best
Or
friend.
right, and
The
it's
best friend Zeke. That's his name.
Zeke, right. But it's mainly like you can save your people, or you could basically take the power that is affecting these people, use it to power yourself, and then basically gain a superpowered army. Like it's so messed up. It's such a U-turn. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
it's you are like, I'm going to do everything. I'm trying to help. My brother's helping me to take down this evil government official who's trying to utilize all these powered beings for her own benefit. She's using other powered beings to fight me. I save some of them and they help me later on. And then I get to the end, I beat her and I go back to my tribe and I save my people. And then they're like, do you want to save them or do you want to take the power for yourself?
Mhm.
Excuse you?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you pay attention to like the whole story,
Mm-hmm.
there's like basically a good person who's helping you, or like the lawful person who
Your
is
brother usually, who's mainly your brother for the most part.
well, no, not just him, but like he's more like neutral, but there's that federal agent who's technically on the lawful side,
Right.
and then there's the black woman who has fire powers, and she represents the chaotic side.
Right.
And when you have that final option, the roles immediately switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fire lady is like, no, you can't take all this power for yourself. It'll kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And the FBI agent is like, you need to take this power because I don't want to die. Because the good option also kills all of the superpowered beings.
Right. That's right. That's
It's
right.
a sacrifice.
Yeah. I forgot about that. You're right.
So if you pick the evil option, you're basically condemning all of humanity. If you take the good option, you're only condemning the ones with superpowers.
Mhm.
And if you pick the evil option, you have to kill your best friend.
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, it's made out to be a boss fight, but you know, you can just shock him a couple times and he'll die. And you don't want to do that. That's your best friend, and it's a really sad scene. And yes, I did the bad ending and the good ending.
Nice.
It sounds
Because
like
I needed to see it.
No, it reminds me of Spider-Man Web of Shadows because you can like be good or evil the entire way the entire way through. But once you get to this one part, then it'll be like, okay, now for real this time, which option do you choose, regular or symbiote? And after that, it's like the stuff that you did before, like your previous choices, those only matter in how bad your good or bad options are. Like,
Right.
like with oh yeah, because one boss fight is Wolverine in the Spider-Man game, but he can turn like symbiote Wolverine,
Yes.
and your options are either beat it out of him, which case okay, yeah, thanks, blah 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 blah, or you will straight up tear him in half. He'll be like, "You fucking asshole! I'm gonna get you for this." Meanwhile, his legs are over there, and I'm like, "Ha ha ha!" But then you can do like all this evil shit, and then at the last minute, I choose good side, and then you'll turn on this sonic thing, and it'll just burn the symbiote out of you, and then everybody will just sit there like, "Dude, you're a fucking asshole! Just what you did?
Right.
You Wolverine in half!" Like Mary Jane
Man, I
will want
need to
nothing to
find
do
that.
with you.
I'm gonna play it again.
I have it. I still have it. I haven't beaten it actually. I have that one. But yeah.
Meanwhile, you can be good the entire game, and then be like, nah, symbiote, and it's like, and you'll either have Black Widow be like, he was a hero, we should do something, blah blah blah. You'll either have that, or either like Spider-Man is a fucking menace. We need to stop him, and we have a weapon, and it's symbiote Wolverine. Now he
Of
has
course.
control, and it's like, yeah,
That's awesome.
they have a couple symbiote characters. They had Rhino in the game, and I'm like, missed opportunity for symbiote Rhino.
That would be dope, actually.
That would be cool.
It would.
And but I would say the best fight in the game is symbiote Vulture, just because he makes a bunch of symbiote vultures, and you are literally fighting over the city. Like you're like swinging off of every single shield carrier and their shield members fighting with you. It's a beautiful fucking mess. It's great. But then either way, whichever option, you still have to fight Venomzilla,
Oh yeah.
and it's either the real Venom sacrifices himself to destroy it,
Mhm.
or you grab Venom and just throw him into the thing and kill everyone, and you're like, ha 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 ha.
Oh man. Hey guys, I have to call it a night. I do have to work on something, but this was fun, honestly.
All right,
Next
great.
one, we're definitely doing Pokemon.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah, I'll be in for that one. Like
I know
that
you played pretty much all of them too, right?
yeah, I played every main series game. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
including us. Was it the latest ones?
Yes, I have.
Sword
Yes,
and
I have.
Shield.
Along, with the what you call it, along with the
Dynamax.
DLC. No, the DLCs that came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
The second one doesn't come out until November or December, I think.
but it's
Yeah.
the moment it comes out, it's automatically going to download. So
Yeah.
for it, I'm
I'm
actually excited
excited.
to see it, just so I can have my legendaries back. That's it.
Oh man, dude, the new Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos form.
Yeah, the new bird trio looked really dope. And here's the thing, I'm glad that they're including lore again. That's what I was
Yeah.
missing. I missed the lore because that's always what like. I mean, the monster designs were cool too, but it's like I like the lore of Pokemon. So yeah, but we can get into that when we're gonna do that. episode.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah, and I'm also going to invite you for the JoJo stream.
Oh my god. Okay,
After that.
it's gonna be a
You
thing.
and Gil,
We should all just sing all of the intros.
Do it.
We
Let's do
should.
it.
No, not now. Not now. No.
All right, fine. Fine.
But you know. Yeah.
No, it's fine. All right, guys. All right, I'll check it out.
Later.
All
All right,
See
take
you,
care,
buddy.
guys.
Take
Hey,
care.
have a good night, everyone.
You too.
You too. Okay, so I was going to talk about something else.
Can you unlive it now?
Oh, we're
Or
like
you
stopping.
keep going? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to keep going.
we can do a follow up maybe on Wednesday or so.
Okay, so stop now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you all for joining. This was End of the World Part 1, I suppose. All right, we'll be back on Wednesday for another.
End of the world.
That was
We're gonna destroy the world again.
another lugubrious episode.
Lugubrious. All right, whatever.
It's a school word. All right. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and remember, sanity is relative.
Stay dope.
I gotta stop saying that. All right. Damn, that's better. Shit. You win this time, but next time I'm gonna get it going.
All right, whatever you say.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Later, peeps.